So we're going to look now at going the other way and turning improper fractions into mixed numbers, which is what you guys will normally see them as opposed to improper fractions. So for these, what we do is we sort of go backwards. Instead of multiplying and add, we kind of divide and subtract a little bit. So first thing we do is divide the numerator by the denominator. So divide the top number by the bottom number. And what we do then is keep that whole number that we find on the calculator after we do that division. And if it's positive, it stays positive, negative stays negative. So we need to get the whole number first. And then what we do is multiply the denominator by that whole number we found and subtract it from the original numerator. So let's do some together here. I'm going to do them in my calculator also. So 19 fifths. So the first thing we do is take 19 divided by 5, and we're going to keep the whole number. So what I mean by that is 19 divided by 5, we get a decimal 3.8, but we want that whole number, so we're going to keep the 3. So I know that's the whole number on the outside. So once we get that whole number, I say, okay, well, what is 5 times 3? 15, and that's what we subtract from the top. So what is 19 minus 15? 4 fifths. And that's how we get our mixed number. So for B, I know this is going to be negative, but we're going to take 8 divided by 6 in the calculator. 8 divided by 6, we get 1.333 pence. So again, the 1 is going to be that whole number on the outside. So we've got negative 1. So 6 times 1 is 6. That's what we subtract from the top. So what is 8 minus 6? 2. So negative 1 and 2 6. We could also reduce that to negative 1 and 1/3, but we'll talk about that later. C, when we do this in the calculator, maybe you already know, what would happen if we divided 12 by 3? It divides evenly. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So if it's a whole number and it divides evenly, this actually isn't going to be an improper or a mixed number at all. It just equals the value 4. (22 sevenths). 22 divided by 7. 3.14, some more decimals behind there, but the whole number we're going to have here is 3. So 7 times 3 is 21. So how many do we have remaining? 22 minus 21 leaves us with 1. 3 and 1/7. Then E, negative 11 halves. So negative 11, or just 11, divided by 2. 5.5, 5.5. So that whole number on the outside is going to be a 5 with the negative sign. So let's see. 2 times 5 gives us 10. That's what we subtract from the top. So 11 minus 10. How many are remaining? 1. And we just always keep that denominator. So whatever the denominator was is still what the denominator is. And then F, 23 eighths. 23 divided by 8, 2.875. So 2 is going to be that whole number on the outside. Eight times 2 is 16. So 23 minus 16 gives us 7. So 2 and 7/8. And remember, you can always check this, because if we go the opposite way and try to turn this back into an improper fraction, we should get what we started with. 8 times 7 is 16. Multiply and add. Add 7, we get 23/8. So we divide the numerator by the denominator, keep or get that whole number, and then you just multiply the denominator by that whole number and subtract from the top to get what you have remaining.